It's day 3 of the Restorative Yoga at Home Challenge. I'm Caren Baginski, and I'm the author of Restorative Yoga, Relax, Restore, Re-energize, and I'm so happy that you're continuing to practice restorative yoga to reduce stress, improve your sleep, and build emotional resilience. And emotions are the things that we are working on today. But wait, if this is your first intro to the 12-day challenge, stop and click up here to go back to day 1 so you don't miss a single step of this 12-day journey. And while you're at it, sign up for the free challenge newsletter where you get each video sent to you in your inbox for 12 days to hold you accountable to complete the whole challenge. Each day of this challenge builds on the last. So on day 1, we practiced a forward bend, supported child's pose. On day 2, we practiced a back bend, simple supported back bend. Day 3 is all about the side bend. Today's restorative yoga pose is supported side lying stretch. My prop assistant Willow is letting you know that you'll need 1 round bolster, 1 flat bolster, and 2 blankets. If you don't have 2 bolsters, you can substitute with more blankets or firm pillows. Don't be discouraged if you don't have these exact props that I'm using. If you find that you really love the restorative yoga practice, it's nice to invest eventually in some of these props to make the practice more enjoyable and simpler. But for now, just get creative and use whatever you have around your house. Gather up your props and meet me back here on your yoga mat. Supported side lying stretch is a 2-sided pose. So we'll practice first on the left, and then we'll go to the right. And by practicing in this way, we're actually affecting the function of our different organs in our body. On the left, it's our liver and gallbladder, and on the right, it's the spleen and the stomach. These are all organs in your body's gut that help with digestion and assimilation of nutrients. But have you ever considered that your emotions are things that you digest and assimilate too? Research has shown that our emotions affect our gut health. Feelings like anxiety, anger, or joy trigger symptoms in our gut and vice versa. If your gut isn't functioning properly, your emotions will definitely be affected. Restorative yoga directly calms your nervous system, which helps to reduce inflammation, stress, and thereby improve your gut health and smooth out the wave of your emotions. So even though we're going to be lying on our side, seemingly doing nothing, all of this will be happening in the background. Let's grab the first blanket and set it up for supported side lying stretch. This fold that you'll use is called a double square fold, and you can find the instructions for it in my restorative yoga book. Just know that you need a pretty thick fold and 2 of the exact same fold stacked one on top of the other to support your head. Here's what it looks like when I've got it all set up. Place that at one end of your mat, and then grab your round bolster and take that to the middle of your mat, followed by your flat bolster down at the other end of your mat. Sit now in between the round and the flat bolster. Drape your left hip to the floor. I'm on my left hip, but make sure that you are on your left hip, which looks different from me. And send your right leg on top of the flat bolster with your left leg just in front of the bolster and about parallel to the edge of your mat. You'll want your right knee fully supported and the foot can hang off to the floor. Then hold on to the round bolster. As we lie down on our side, this will nest in between the waist area. So the bony top of your hips meeting the bony edges of your rib cage, that kind of fleshy, non-bony space, that's what you want to wedge into the bolster, or if you're using pillows or blankets here instead. So let's hold on to the bolster with the right hand. Inhale and lengthen up. Now exhale and slide the left hand forward as you come down onto your side and pull the blankets in to support your neck and your head. You'll find that your head and your chin are in a direct line all the way down the body from your shoulders and your hips. If your head is lower than this, you'll want to prop it up. If it's higher than this, you'll want to take it back down a little bit. Now you're rocking forward on the shoulder blade that's on the floor so that your hips can be square and your shoulders can be square. And you have two options for your hand. Your right hand can come down onto the hip and just relax. Or for a more intense sensation in your side body, inhale now and send that arm all the way up overhead. Let the bicep rest along the head until the hand touches the floor. If the hand doesn't easily touch the floor and rest, you could place another blanket underneath it or a slight pillow. And then with your side body completely held and relaxing into the props, an option here to close your eyes. Take one great big inhale, filling up from the bottom of your lungs to the top. And as you exhale, release all effort from your shoulders to the tips of your toes into the floor. Now breathe naturally and easily. Make any minor adjustments so that you feel even more comfortable. And finally, rest in silence and experience this position. Simply remaining present and aware with whatever's happening now. Transition out very slowly by first returning your right hand down to the space of your left arm. Press against the floor or the bolster. Take an inhale and lift up sideways, maybe opening the eyes. Go very slow as the heart lifts upright. And simply turn away from the round bolster. Lift your knees. And to come into the other side, just keep going. Drop your legs over to the side. Arrange them in between bolster and bolster. The left knee is now supported. The right leg is in front. Before you come down, let's get just as much stretch here on this right rib cage. So hold the bolster roll up to you. Inhale. And then as you exhale, thread your right arm to the floor, stacking your hips, your shoulders, finding your head on the blankets, nicely supported. Possibly left hand stays on the hip, relaxing through the elbow. Or inhale that arm up overhead, resting the palm on the ground. The elbow can rest gently on the side of the head. If it feels too heavy into the head, you might walk your arm behind you a little bit so that there's more space for the arm and the head to relax. Check in with yourself here and make sure you feel entirely held and entirely comfortable. Feeling compressed on the right so that you can feel expansive and open on the left. If it's available, close your eyes. Breathe naturally. And let's hold in silence for some time. Bring the focus of your mind back to the feeling of your body like a wave over the props. Gradually slide your left hand down to the floor in front of you. Use a slow exhale to press both of your palms into the floor and lift up through your heart. And once you come upright, turn around again with your back to the round bolster. And simply slide it off the mat, sending yourself into a simple seat. Your choice, whatever feels most comfortable. Once you arrive in a comfortable seat, let's take the hands to the heart. Left hand comes on top of the heart and the chest, and the right hand stacks on top. Close the eyes if that feels comfortable, and connect with the beat of your heart. As you take deeper breath, feel the expansiveness at your waist and in your ribs, and perhaps even a natural sense of lift and opening in the chest. Gratitude for coming to this practice today and choosing to take time to slow down and feel your emotions. Gratitude to the teachers who have paved the path for us to experience this peace. Open your eyes and release your hands down. And it's time for self-reflection. Head on into those comments and share the answer to today's challenge question. What emotions did you experience in supported side-lying stretch? It's so helpful to hear that you're not alone and that we can experience many different things in the stillness of our practice, and we can find our way through and build more emotional resilience by simply watching and seeing that these emotions are here instead of always being swept up by them and becoming reactive to them. We're already at day 4 tomorrow, and I just want to say good for you for sticking with the challenge. Give me a huge thumbs up if you are fully committed and all in to completing all 12 days of the challenge so you can dramatically shift your stress, sleep, and emotional health for the better. I'll see you in the next video.